Councilor's Creed to be led by Honorable Arjen. Okay, so, Madam Secretary, let's have a roll call.
Honorable Arnold Armada, Honorable Carlo Apiado, Honorable Arjen K. Palyasigi, Honorable Moises Dular, Honorable Ryan Dumaran, Honorable Darlene Lama, Honorable Maria Janeline Mejia, Honorable Marblay Cartuhano Garingo, Honorable Marvin Dalanon, Honorable Joffer Durana, Honorable Weljon Foscablo. Honorable Presiding Officer, so at this moment there are only 4 members who are present and 7 members are absent. So those absent are Honorable Carlo Apiado, Honorable Moises Dolar, Honorable Darlene Lama, Honorable Maria Janan Mia, Honorable Marblay Cartuhano Garingo, Honorable Marvin Dalanon, and Honorable John Foscablo. However, Your Honor, as regards Honorable Foscablo, uh, he informed me through his personal assistant that he will just be late, Your Honor. And as regards Honorable Marvin Dalanon, he's currently on official leave, Your Honor. And those other members who are absent, Your Honor, they were not able to inform the Secretariat as to the reason why they are absent. However, Your Honor, Honorable Garingo is already present, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Honorable Dolar is attending a program in the municipal gym, but nevertheless, we have no quorum yet. So, recess is declared. We'll resume at 10, 10:15.
Hello, good morning. Isang mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat, Sir Ma'am, sa ating pong pinakamamahal na Vice Mayor, Attorney Alman, Sir. Thank you for welcoming me again. Kasi po, nagkita naman po kami ni Sir dati. Lahat po na members po ng Sanggunian, maganda pong umaga sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Superintendent Brian Season, ang incoming warden po sa ISULAN District Jail, BGMP. Nagpalitan po kami ni Major Natwel sa jail po natin at ako na po ang bagong district jail warden po sa ating district jail sa Isulan. So thank you sir sa pag-welcome po sa akin at sa inyo po mga sir ma'am. And ang akin lang po talaga sana is yung po lang na tulong po sana sa atin sa ating mga PDLs po sa ating city, sanay kasi ako si Jensen ng city sa ating pong district jail. If ever po na may mga projects po kami, mga programs, sana po baka makatulong po kayo sa amin para po din sa ikakaganda po at ikakabuti na ating mga PDLs po sa Isulan Jail po natin. Vice, thank you very much po Vice sa pag-welcome po sa akin and God bless po sa tanan.
A little background, Colonel. Ang mga PDL natin is usually from what places?
Mostly from different municipalities of Sultan Kudarat, Attorney. From Libak, Kalamansig, Isulan din po.
Sulan, di ba?
Opo. Majority, mga 50% from Isulan, but they are registered now here in Isulan, Attorney.
Okay. Last time I visited the jail, though I forgot itong program nga na-attend ko.
Inauguration ng
Inauguration sa itong bagong
building.
building.
Yes po.
So, ano na to? Operational na to? Ano?
Nagaantay pa kami ng aircon, Attorney, kay sobrang mainit po talaga.
So, kailan daw dako nga aircon guro to kailangan, no? Kaya daw,
Parang ganun, Attorney. Mga
Kay
2.5, Attorney, siguro po.
sige, sige.
Nasa gitna talaga kasi ng Attorney ba? Mainit talaga yung...
Daw conference hall galito,
Opo.
no?
Yes po.
So, meaning kong admin, doon ga duty yung mga, daw iban nga staff nyo sa, sige. Follow up lang. Gaway ko idea kung pila ang, ang aircon. Kaya lang daw closing. Mga early next year siguro. Okay, kung subong medyo sarado na daw ang libro eh. So,
Sanay makabit attorney sa mainit.
Kumerka. Sige. So, thank you for coming and we look forward. We recognize naman your service, ang role nga gampanan ng BGMP sa community. So, okay. So at least subong daw hindi na overcrowded gate, no?
So far po ang population po ngayon is 230 na lang po, attorney. Nagbaba po compared po last year na almost 450 po sila.
Okay.
Almost half ang naglaya.
And though di ko lang confirm gid, though may bago na nga regular judge sa RTC 19. So kung magkaroon na bisang regular gid nga judge so regular man ang kaso and hopefully mapaspas pagit.
Wag lang pa sobra, attorney, baka wala kaming trabaho next time, wala na kaming bantayan.
Wala na bilin.
Joke lang po, attorney.
Sige, sige. So thank you. Any question or any word to our guest? Yes, Honorable.
Hello. Morning.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Statement po ninyo earlier, about the support for our BJMP. Rest assured, sir, the members, Sangguniang Bayan members and Attorney Arnold Armada, yung support po namin from the previous ano na si Sir Natwell will be the same po sa inyo, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And actually po, it's my third time to be here in Isulan. Kasi po, na-meet ko naman po yung ating mga sila sir, ma'am po dito dati. Anyway po, ang service naman po namin is lagi po nasa PDLs po talaga natin. So rest assured po, ang ating po mga PDL sa jail natin, we will be well taken care of. And the best care po ng BJMP bibigay po namin para sa kanila. Thank you, ma'am.
So, thank you very much, Colonel. Oo, thank you. Thank you. Ay, may state, ano pa? Oh, meron pa gali?
Mr. Chair, we would like to welcome back again our District Jail Warden, Sir Season. Rest assured, sir, kung anong support man na na-extend namin kay Sir Natuel, the same support will be expecting to the LGU and the Sangguniang Bayan. From a 50,000 pesos budget to 300,000 pesos budget. Alam namin na hindi yun sapat para sa operation ng district jail. We would like also to commend Mr. Chair the ISULAN District Jail for bagging this district jail, tama ba? In the entire country, this district, in the entire region, Region 12. We are a good friend kay Sir Natuel because we're brothers in Rotary. We always kami nag-visit doon and we have projects doon sa district jail. Kung ano man pong support ang naibigay namin sa kanya, makakaasa po kayo na yun din pong ibibigay namin sa inyong stint and term as our, again, our district jail warden. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Apiado. Okay, so if there's none, so we again give our thanks to our BJMP. Okay. Ay, pwede ka pa.
Marvel po. Thank you po talaga, sir, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Sir,
Oo, pwede. Oo. Okay, so session is resumed. Okay, so Madam Secretary, let's have another roll call.
Honorable Arnold Armada, Honorable Carlo Apiado, Honorable Arjen K. Palyasigi, Honorable Moises Dular, Honorable Ryan Dumaran, Honorable Darlene Lama, Honorable Maria Chanelin Mejia, Honorable Marblight Cartujano Garingo, Honorable Marvin Dalanon, Honorable Joffer Durana, Honorable John Poscablo. So at this moment, Your Honor, there are 8 members are present and 3 members are absent. So those absent are Honorable Maria Chanelin Mejia, Honorable Marvin Dalanon, and Honorable John Poscablo. However, Honorable John Poscablo signified his intention to attend the session, but he will just be late, Your Honor.
So we have 7. 7 members. Honorable Lama pa, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 members present. So quorum is declared. So let's proceed to the next order of business.
We are now on the reading and consideration of the minutes of the previous session. The minutes of the regular session as of the second day of December 2024.
December 2.
Mr. Chair.
Honorable Apiado.
Mr. Chairman, if there's no correction on our minutes dated the second day of December 2024, I move for its adoption.
Okay. So the minutes of our regular session held on December 2, 2024 is hereby adopted. So next order of business, Madam Sec.
We are now in the privilege hour, Your Honor.
Okay, so any member who would like to render a privilege speech, Honorable Moises Dular is recognized.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning to each and everyone. So, just this morning, I've attended i-consulta. So, ang i-consulta nga ini is in connection of Republic Act 11223, known as Universal Healthcare. Kung sa diin may partnership o flagship ang aton nga PhilHealth sa UHC, no? So, gina-encourage naton o kung hangyo gid naton ang tanan nga katawhan sang isulan nga mapa-registered na sa i-consulta. So ining i-consulta nga ni Mr. Chair is may ara na kita nga mga accredited nga mga hospital diri sa isulan, Matias Clinic, Genesis 21, Holy Nazarene, Galinato Clinic, ang of course ang aton diri nga Municipal Health Office naga-accept naman sila sa nagapa-registered sang i-consulta. So madamo benefits ini nga i-consulta, Mr. Chair, kay kung may ara ka na record, mabutang na ina sa electronics record kag sa web, no? So kung magpa-check ikaw, tan-awon na lang dito imo pangalan. So magawas pangalan nimo kag ang imo nga mga previous nga mga check up sa imo data makita na. Kag madamo mga benepisyo, Mr. Chair, nga ma-avail sa aton mga katawhan kay sa subong ang aton nga ining mga accredited nga mga hospitals nagabaton sila pro outpatient department pa ng OPD nga ginatawag nila. So may ara package sila nga 1,700 sa OPD kag of course ang tanan nga check up free check up na kag ining may mga halimbawa x-ray may mga package na nga pwede naton malibre kag ang medisina. So una-una, Mr. Chair, gina-encourage ko ang aton nga mga empleyado diri sa munisipyo, no? Nga dapat magpa-registered na kita through electronics consulta. Kag sa subong aga, ang aton recipient diri sa gym is 5 barangays, Kalawag 1, Kalawag 2, Kalawag 3, kag ang Barangay Dilotilia, kag Barangay Kinram. So, ongoing ang aton nga registration sa i-consulta, Mr. Chair. Thank you. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Honorable Ryan Dumaran.
Yes, Mr. Chair, thank you. Good morning. In connection to the privilege speech by Honorable Dular, we would like to ask or to know that is who is the office or company initiated with this program or activity. Is this the LGU ISULAN or some private offices?
Thank you.
Yes, Honorable.
Answer, Mr. Chair. So, thank you, Honorable Dumaran. So, malipato na kita. So, ining PhilHealth, sir, as PhilHealth ang dala sining i-consulta nato, no? Pangunahan ni Mr. Rafi Elizares, PhilHealth Regional Office Direct 12, and Ma'am Jenny Foscablo, our local health insurance office of Isulan. So, ongoing aton nga i-consulta. In partnership, of course, of our municipal health office and a program of universal healthcare in connection with Republic Act 11223.
Okay. So PhilHealth ang nag-initiate. It's a new program from the PhilHealth. Kay dati ang bago ka ka-avail PhilHealth, kinanglan ma-admit ka. 24 hours bago ka maka-avail PhilHealth. That's why ang iban, bisan di admit ma-admit na lang para ma-cover sang PhilHealth ang pakonsulta niya, no? So that's why with e-consulta, i-cover ng outpatient ang mga clients ng PhilHealth. So, kailangan, ano to? Kailangan nga mag-register ka. Although member ka na sa PhilHealth, para maka-avail ka sa e-consulta, dapat mapa-register ka gid anay. No, is that correct? Honorable Delar? Kag ongoing ang registration sa gym. Okay. Uh, the chair recognizes the presence of Honorable Pascabio. So any more on a matter of privilege? If there is none, let's proceed, Madam Secretary.
So we are now on the first reading. So the first item is letter received from the Relay Construction addressed to the Honorable Mayor Marites K. Palasigi. So attached in the letter, Your Honor, is the voluminous documents as regards the structural analysis and design calculations, or this is the structural computation, structural analysis for grade beam of Engineer Adimar Pama, the structural engineer of the new Municipal Hall building.
Okay. Refer this to the Committee on Zoning and Infrastructure.
Next item under first reading, we have the letter received from the Office of the Mayor requesting for adoption of the MPOC Resolution number 2024-3.
What is this MPOC resolution?
So the MPOC Resolution number 2024-3 for inclusion in the annual budget for 2025, Your Honor.
Okay, I think the breakdown of the MPOC budget for 2025. Is that correct, Madam Secretary?
Yes, Your Honor, but so off the record lang, no? So purpose
since December is a season of giving, this representation would like to propose a resolution in today's session. Resolution requesting the Honorable Mayor for the grant of additional bonus to all qualified employees, job orders, and personnel of the local government unit of ISULAN, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so any comment on the matter raised by Honorable Apiado? Okay, so Honorable Apiado, can you, what's your request in connection with your privilege speech?
Requesting, Mr. Chair, that a resolution be scheduled into this session, requesting for the grant of additional bonus to all qualified employees, job orders, and qualified employees and personnel of these and officials of this local government unit, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so the resolution requested by Honorable Apiado be calendared for first reading this session. Okay, so let's resume the items of first reading.
So, next item, Your Honor, under first reading is resolution numbers 31, 32, and 33 of Barangay Calawag 2. First, we have number 31. This is resolution enacting appropriation ordinance number 1 for the realignment of funds from various savings of personal services, maintenance and other operating expenses, and basic services and facilities program for 2024 regular budget in the amount of 1,554,000 pesos. 416 pesos and 81 centavos to the different appropriations as stated.
Come again, Madam Sec. Resolution for?
So this is resolution enacting appropriation ordinance for the realignment of various funds into into the different appropriations as stated in this resolution, Your Honor.
Ano
This
gan-
appropriation ordinance,
Ay,
Your
okay.
Honor.
Ano ganing process na? Ina-review ta pa? Ang ilara...
Yes, Your Honor, because this is an ordinance, Your Honor.
okay.
Appropriation ordinance, it will be reviewed by the Sanggunian, Your Honor.
Okay, so refer this to the Committee on Finance.
Next, number 32 is for a while. Resolution approving the grant of French benefit for fiscal year 2024 to all qualified barangay council and staff equivalent to 1 month basic salary honorarium and 10,000 pesos for Barangay Calawag 2.
Okay, so refer this to the Committee on Finance.
Then resolution of Barangay Calawag 2, number 33, approving the incentive bonus for fiscal year 2024 to all qualified barangay personnel, equivalent to 1 month basic salary, honorarium, and 5,000 pesos.
Okay, refer this to the Committee on Finance.
Then we have resolution number 44 and 46 of Barangay Calawag 3. First, number 44. This is resolution interposing no objection for the establishment of Velox Energy Philippine Corporation owned by Mr. June Luis Tan, located at Purok San Roque National Highway, Calawag, ISULAN, Sultan, Kudarat.
Okay. For information.
Then number 46, resolution requesting the regional office of the Department of Health 12 through Dr. Aristides Concepcion Tan for the provision of an ambulance to Barangay Calawag 3 to be endorsed by the municipal mayor.
Okay. So, endorse this resolution to the Honorable Mayor.
Next is letter received from Attorney Luis Victor Tugas, election officer for Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats or Lakas CMD through Honorable Arnold Armada, Municipal Vice Mayor. And this is in connection with the automated counting machine demonstration road shows. This will schedule on January from December 2024 to January 2025 for the voters education and information dissemination campaign in connection with the May 12, 2025 national and local election.
Ay,
So it is
venue of
stated here, Your Honor, that in connection thereof, the Office of the Election Officer ISULAN will hold a road show presentation in your respective party to introduce to the public the enhanced features of the automated counting machine, and accordingly, we respectfully ask for the preferred schedule of the conduct of ACM roadshow in your convenience. So, per party, Your Honor.
per party. Okay, for information.
Then we have item number 6, the proposed resolution recommending for the grant of additional bonus to all qualified officials and employees, as well as job orders and other uh, employees of the municipal government of ISULAN.
Okay. So, schedule this for second reading.
So we have no more items under first reading. We'll proceed now to the committee report. So first to report is the Committee on Finance, Budget, Appropriations, and Ways and Means.
Mr. Chair,
Honorable Apiado is
the committee
recognized.
opted to defer the report of the Committee on Finance since we were going to have a committee hearing tomorrow to finalize the report of the committee, Mr. Chair.
What is the subject matter of the
The
report?
subject matter of the committee report is the 2025 budget of the local municipality of Isulan, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so
And I would like to ask the indulgence of the body and of the presiding officer if the committee can come up with a resolution tomorrow during our committee hearing. Would it be possible that this coming Thursday, can we have a special session, particularly to discuss the 2025 budget, Mr. Chairman?
Thursday, okay.
Or Monday pa lang po, no? Wednesday?
Or
Wednesday,
the
Mr. Chair.
earlier the better.
Wednesday.
So committee hearing ka was Wednesday, okay? So that's December 11. Special session December 11, okay? So 9 a.m. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So will you make the proper motion, Honorable Pedro,
Mr. Chair,
for the special session on Wednesday?
yes, Mr. Chair, the Committee on Finance will defer the reporting of the 2025 budget, and we'd like to ask if for us to have a special session this coming Wednesday at 9 a.m. December 11, 2024, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So there's a motion that we'll be having a session on special session on Wednesday, December 11, 9 a.m. Any objection? Duly seconded by Honorable Moises Delor. No objection, so the same is approved. Let's have a special session on December 11 at 9 a.m.
So next committee to report is the Committee on Good Government, Ethics, and Labor and Employment.
Honorable Cartuano is recognized.
Good morning to our Honorable Vice Mayor, Sir Arnold Armada, and as well as to the members of the Sangguniang Bayan of Isulan. Good government. Okay. The subject of this committee report of the Committee on Good Government and Labor and Employment is the letter received from the Office of the Mayor addressed to the Honorable Vice Mayor requesting for the urgent passing of resolution for the concurrence of the appointment of Mr. Anjoel K. Palyasige as Municipal Administrator. For this purpose, the committee conducted a committee hearing on December 4, 2024 at 9 o'clock in the morning, which was attended by the Civil Service Commission Provincial Director, Maria Josephine G. Buenbrazo, Mr. Anjoel K. Palyasige, the HRMO, and the members comprising this committee. Discussions and findings. On November 5, 2024, the Sangguniang Bayan received a request from the Municipal Mayor for the urgent passing of resolution for the concurrence of the appointment of Mr. Anjoel K. Palyasige as Municipal Administrator. On November 11, 2024, the matter was referred to the Committee on Good Government, Ethics, and Labor and Employment. On November 13, 2024, the committee chairperson received a copy of the referral, including its attachments, with a directive to act upon the matter within a period of 30 days as provided for under its internal rules of procedure. On November 21, 2024, the committee scheduled a committee hearing which was attended by the Civil Service Commission Provincial Director and the HRMO. However, it did not push through due to lack of quorum. Despite the lack of quorum, the Civil Service Commission Provincial Director pointed out to the chairman that by operation of the law, the Sangguniang Bayan had already concurred to the request for appointment of Mr. Anjoel K. Palyasige as based on Section 18 of the 2017 Omnibus Rules on Appointments and Other Human Resource Actions. It says that if the Sanggunian does not act on the appointment within 15 calendar days from the date of its submission, the said appointment shall be deemed concurred, end quote. On December 2, 2024, the chairperson rendered a privileged speech informing the body of this matter. The presiding officer gave a directive that despite the lapse of the time under the law to act upon the concurrence, the committee has still to render a report thereon. In compliance with that order, the committee conducted a committee hearing on December 4, 2024, and the following information, which was attended by the Civil Service Commission Provincial Director and the other resource persons. Here are the following information that we acquired from Ma'am Josephine Buenbrazo. Number 1, under Section 18 of the 2017 Omnibus Rules on Appointments and Other Human Resource Actions, the non-action by the Sanggunian within a period of 15 calendar days from submission is deemed its concurrence thereon, and that a certificate certifying to such fact should be issued by the Sangguniang Bayan Secretary as a matter of course. 2, the appointment of Mr. Anjoel K. Palyasige as Municipal Administrator by the Municipal Mayor, who is his mother, is not nepotic. Although Section 125 of the 2017 Omnibus Rules on Appointments and Other Human Resource Actions prohibits the appointment of relatives of the appointing or recommending officer or authority within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity, the same provision calls for many exceptions to include, and to quote, persons employed in a confidential capacity. 3, the position of municipal administrator is a primarily confidential position in the local government, as provided under Civil Service Commission Memorandum Circular Number 12, Series of 2011, with the subject, revised guidelines on the determination of position in the local government units as primarily confidential. And this is alongside the positions of Municipal Legal Officer and Municipal Information Officer. 4, The 15-day period provided by Section 18 of the 2017 Omnibus Rules on Appointments prevails over the internal rules of the Sanggunian, which directs for action of referred matters within 30 days from referral. 5. The municipal mayor was correct in requesting for the concurrence of Mr. Anjoel K. Palyasique the second time instead of a motion for reconsideration of the earlier denial of the Sanggunian. There is no prohibition on the number of requests for concurrence to be made by the municipal mayor. 6. Upon appointment by the municipal mayor, the municipal administrator could already discharge his functions, including signing documents and only subject to some rules on accountability, for as long as he is not concurred by the Sanggunian or denied attestation by the Civil Service Commission. Upon his appointment and pending concurrence and attestation, he is already granted all the benefits of the said position, including salary, rata, and other emoluments. Finally, number 7, the Civil Service Commission Provincial Director reminded that in the future, the denial of a concurrence by the Sanggunian of an appointive official should bear and to quote, a justifiable reason. Recommendation. Wherefore premises considered, the committee hereby recommends that no action be taken on the matter, considering that by virtue of Section 18 of the 2017 Omnibus Rules on Appointments, the non-action by the Sanggunian within a period of 15 calendar days from submission of the request for concurrence of Mr. Anjoel K. Palyasique as Municipal Administrator is deemed its concurrence. Respectfully submitted by the Committee on Good Government, Ethics, and Labor and Employment, with this representation as Chairperson, Honorable Apiado as Committee Vice Chairperson, and Honorable Lama as Committee Secretary. That is all, Mr. Chairman.
Can you please flash on the screen section 18 of Omnibus Rules on Appointment?
To the Secretariat, Mr. Chair, may I request them to just browse the document upwards because the provision of that we are looking for, which is Section 18, was copied in toto in the same report.
Is the appointment of Mr. Andruel attached to the request for concurrence? Do you have a copy of the appointment, Honorable Blythe?
Must be with the Secretariat, Mr. Chair.
So, can we check with the Secretariat if you have the appointment? In the meantime, 5-minute recess. Okay, so the Secretariat handed the referral dated November 11. Ah, this is the referral to the committee, November 5. The referral to the Sangguniang Bayan, November 5. So the appointment is dated November 4, 2024. So submitted on November 5. Okay, so the first uh, rule is yes, is complied, no? Submitted within 7 calendar days upon issuance. So the next rule is we should act on this within 15 calendar days from the date of each submission. So 15 days after November 5, it should be, we should have acted on it on November 19 based on the omnibus rules uh, on appointments issued by the Civil Service Commission. Our internal rules give us 30 days to act on matters submitted to the committee. But the committee, the opinion of the committee is that the omnibus rules of the civil service prevails over our internal rules. Okay, so Honorable Blight, what's the reason why the civil service rules should prevail over our internal rules?
All the findings that we entered, Mr. Chair, are statements coming from the provincial director because it is an issuance of the Civil Service Commission, and all offices under the national government, including local government units and even GOCCs, are mandated to follow the timeline provided under these omnibus rules on appointment. So when I categorically ask her if which should prevail, our 30-day period to act on referrals or the 15 calendar day period as provided under the omnibus rule, she said that the national rules prevail over the local ones. And Honorable Apiado has reminded me on the hierarchy of law in that national laws and rules and regulations prevail over the local issuances. Mr. Chair,
Yes, yes.
if you have happened also to notice, I was actually questioning the action of the mayor on her remedy because I was actually expecting for her to file a motion for reconsideration of her previous denial. But according to Ma'am Jo Buenbrazo, the second request for concurrence is actually valid. and it stands on its own.
Yes. It would appear that there is a second appointment
Yes, precisely, Mr.
submitted
Chair.
to
Para
us.
siyang second issuance of the appointment, not a reconsideration of the first one. Parang what she was trying to explain and what she was trying to point out is that if this becomes to be like a catch and throw game daw between the executive and the legislative, it can go on forever until one of the branches give up. Parang ganon.
Okay. So the statement, the rule says, Honorable Blight, the Sanggunian does not act on the appointment. Is the referral to the committee not considered an action to the appointment?
What would that our non-concurrence or concurrence within the period of 50, the non-concurrence or para siyang non-action within a period of 15 calendar days, which can either mean concurrence or non-concurrence, would mean that we have concurred to the appointment by operation of law.
The statement does not say if the Sanggunian does not concur. The statement is the Sanggunian does not act, meaning no action or inaction. Would you say that the word act is a generic term to cover such other actions that may be done on the appointment, which would say include referral, further assessment? What do you say?
It does not include it, sir, but there is a particular section in the omnibus rules, that's like section 138, that actually the certificate that is issued by the Sangguniang Bayan in case of non-action is called a certificate of non-action. Is it the same thing you made, Ma'am Raquel? Certificate of non-action. Is that the same certificate you made? Yes, kasi we have not acted on it within 15 calendar days. So it's not actually technically a concurrence, an express concurrence, but just like a non-action within the 15-day period. So under the omnibus rules, they will consider that non-action as a deemed concurrence by operation of law.
You cited section
138, paragraph H.
of
Paragraph, yes, H. It says, may I read, Mr. Chair? It says here that
section 138
138H of the omnibus rules.
of the ORA. Okay.
So our certification is not a certification of concurrence, but a certification of non-action on the request for concurrence, which should be signed by the Sangguniang Secretary.
sa certification mo, ginasite mo tong 130, section 130. Can we go to section 130A, mentioned by Honorable Blythe? No, sa committee report na. Can you help, Honorable Blythe, to show on the screen section 130A? Ah, 120. Subong. So, in the meantime, while we are looking on that provision, recess is declared. Um, let's, ano ni, Father Anton is present. No? Okay, Attorney Blight, Honorable Blight, why do you think the law or the rule says 15 days, the 15 days to act? The rules did not state 15 days to concur because that is what is required from the Sangguniang Bayan. What do you think?
Actually did not came up during the committee hearing, Mr. Chair. But I can surmise no, from the 15-day calendar period that it is intended to circumvent the political play between the executive and the legislative, because it could be possible that a request for concurrence would not be acted upon intermittently, and this may be the source of this particular section 18 under the omnibus rules, was grounded on the previous on history and the previous experiences of many executives where their requests for concurrence have not been acted upon. And just parang not acted upon, and hence it would cause a stalemate between the executive and the legislative. For all intents and purposes, Ma'am Jo Benbrazo categorically stated that with or without an action coming from the Sangguniang Bayan, by operation of law, the non-action is already deemed a concurrence. Only that, for the purpose of them attesting the appointment made by the municipal mayor, they are required under 138 of the rules, the omnibus rules on appointment, to attach a certificate of non-action. Wait lang. A certificate of non-action, ay 139 po rather. Certificate of non-action on the request for concurrence and signed only by the Sanggunian Secretary.
Okay.
The certificate should be attached out to the appointment for department head positions in the LGU.
Okay. As stated in your committee report, the same is referred to you on November 11. Meaning the referral was made on November 11. Okay. Received by you on November 12, 2024. And as stated in your report, you scheduled can we scroll up the committee report? I mean, scroll down. Sige. No, so this is November 13. Sorry. Na-receive. You said you scheduled it on November 21. In fact, the civil service provincial director attended. So there is no quorum. Okay. Is it not that there's a series of actions on the part of the committee after the same was referred to uh, to satisfy the rules that in fact there is no inaction, but actually the Sanggunian made actions. First, referral. Second, the committee scheduled a committee hearing and render this report today. Uh, to certify that there is inaction on our part, this does not reflect the actions made by the Sanggunian. Anyway, if you will pursue that line, anyway, it's only the secretary who will will sign the certificate. But shall we say, on my part, the way I will interpret things that happened after the same was received by the Sangguniang Bayan, we made actions there too.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Blay.
Actually, Mr. Chair, during our original meeting with Ma'am Jo, where the committee did not meet a quorum, she was actually alluding to the fact that it is actually very rare that a request for concurrence is referred to the committee because of the limited time we are required to act under the omnibus rules on appointment. If I understand her line of thinking in the Civil Service Commission, I am surmising that her interpretation of the act is a final determination of the actual request for concurrence, and does not actually necessarily imply that an act according to our internal rules of procedure is made. Regardless, Mr. Chair, no action is necessary from the Sangguniang Bayan, only that the Secretary is required to issue a certificate of non-action. Actually, Mr. Chair, during the committee hearing we recently conducted, Ma'am Raquel was present to query Ma'am Jo Buenbrazo herself on that said certification.
But was there a categorical statement from Ma'am Jo that action is equivalent to concurrence as referred to in section 18?
There was no express declaration, Mr. Chair. It just can be implied from her line of thinking and her earlier statements, as I said, that even without any further actions coming from the Sangguniang Bayan, by operation of law, the concurrence of Mr. Palyasigi as municipal administrator is quote-unquote deemed concurred. So if we may request Ma'am Rak to make the certificate she would issue state the non-action, Ma'am Rak, but not in the effect na the Sangguniang Bayan did not take action on it according to our internal rules. You worded in that way that we were not remiss in our duties.
Okay, so the committee will push through with the recommendation. Yes, Honorable Apiado.
Mr. Chair, I just want to check under the committee report as to the 15-day reglementary period under the omnibus rules on appointments. Can we go back to that
Section 18.
phrase, Mr. Chair? meaning the 15 days of submission, the reckoning period of this second request for concurrence, Mr. Chair, is dated November 5, tama ba?
November 5.
Ito ang
So
reckoning
let's say
period
the second submission.
The second submission is the reckoning period is December 5. It was
No, ay.
November 5.
November 5.
It was calendared in our session November 11.
Because November 5 is
Tuesday.
what day? Tuesday. So the next section day was siguro tiyan mo na to, November 11. So that was the time that the appointment was taken up, and the action taken by the chair is to refer it to the committee. The November 5 is the receipt of the the receipt of the appointment with the request for us to concur.
Mr. Chair.
Honorable Dolar.
Sa ako na pag-intindi, Mr. Chair, no? So, if the Sangguniang does not act on the appointment within 15 days calendar days from the date of submission, so pwede kung wala kasi natandog siguro ang among mission, Mr. Chair, pwede na siyang deemed concord siya. Kay napasa man sa committee, di karon kung maghimo ang atong secretary tas ang certificate of no action, hindi man pwede siguro kay nag-action man kita. Depende kay SEC na kung ikuha niya iyang iyang posisyon. As sa aton abing inang internal rules, ginahatagan naman kita sa 1 month or 30 days to committee report kag to action. So nag-action man kita, Mr. Chair, sa within 15 days. Kung nabutang siguro dira nga wala na desisyonan o if the Sangguniang does not discussed or did not discussed or decision or concord, siguro pwede pero kahit action man lang nabutang.
Ay. Sige. Go. secretary who will make the certification. Okay, so no objection, so the committee report is hereby adopted. Ugar.
He is the Committee on Agriculture.
The chairman is not around, but the vice chairman, Honorable Apiado.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, you're recognized.
The chairperson of the Committee on Agriculture requested me to render the committee report for and in behalf of the committee. Subject, Mr. Chair, is the committee report of the Committee on Agriculture and Cooperatives. Committee report number 2024-3. Pursuant to the referred matter to this committee, a committee hearing was conducted on December 2, 2024 at 2:25 in the afternoon in the Sangguniang Bayan Session Hall, ISULAN, Sultan, KUDARAT. Present during the said hearing were officers of the different irrigators associations, the National Irrigation Administration personnel, the municipal agriculturist, the representative from the Budget Office, and members comprising this committee. Item, letter received from the Kumasa, Masbakas, and Lambada Kamaim Irrigators Associations addressed to Honorable Marites K. Palasige as regards the financial subsidy from the local government of ISULAN. Findings and discussions. As per letter, the Irrigators Association would like to follow up the previous letter addressed to the Honorable Mayor dated this September 13, 2024, highlighting the urgent need for the local government units' support concerning the ordinance impacting their ability to collect operation and maintenance dues. The ordinance they are referring to is Municipal Ordinance number 2023-294 ISB, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing a Minimum of 4% of the Annual Budget Intended for the Agricultural Infrastructure Development of the Municipality of ISULAN. As per Section 3 of the said ordinance, it is mandatory for the municipal government of ISULAN to allocate a minimum of 4% of the annual budget for the agricultural infrastructure development, while Section 4 provides for the additional allocation wherein part of the 4% allocation may come from 10% of the 20% development fund. Section 7 provides for the operation and maintenance expenses, which shall be prorated to all identified farmer-producer organization or cooperatives of the National Irrigation Administration and the Department of Agriculture per service area, but not less than 1,250 pesos per hectare. The letter of the Irrigator Association stated that during the previous meeting with the mayor, they were informed that the memorandum of agreement between the LGU and the Irrigators Associations is nearing finalization. As per draft MOA, the purpose is to establish a partnership between the LGU and the IA to ensure that farmers receive adequate support in terms of irrigation services, technical assistance, and other relevant programs to enhance agricultural productivity. The committee chairman informed that the LGU will subsidize as per Municipal Ordinance number 2023-294 ISB, and the budget of 2 million pesos was allocated in Supplemental Budget number 1 for calendar year 2024. The representative from the Municipal Budget Office informed the body that the said amount is still available. The Irrigators Associations give emphasis that the subsidy of the LGU will be very critical to their operations, considering that they are currently in a precarious financial situation. If the requested subsidy will not be received, they will resort to their original practice of collecting 500 pesos per hectare per cropping season from their members. The municipal agriculturist said that during the meeting, it was agreed that subsidy must be through payroll. It was also suggested by the NIA personnel in the person of Ms. Rigunan to attach in the obligation request the needed documents as justification in order to receive the subsidy. After due discussions ensued in the committee hearing, it was agreed that the IAs will be the one to request the mayor, considering that the program is under implementation. It was also noted, Mr. Chair, that the letter of the IAs was addressed to the local chief executive, and the vice mayor and the Sangguniang Bayan members were just copy furnished. Recommendation: wherefore premises considered, the committee hereby recommends that the letter request be decided by the LCE, since implementation of the program is under the executive department. Respectfully submitted by the Committee on Agriculture and Cooperatives, Chairperson Honorable Engineer Marvin L. Dalanon, Vice Chairperson yours truly, and the Committee Secretary Honorable Moises L. Dolar. That would be all for the committee report of the Committee on Agriculture and Cooperatives, Mr. Chair.
So, no resolution requested, Honorable Apiado.
No, Mr. Chair, since as per information from the Budget Office, we still have 2 million unutilized fund intended for support to farmers.
Unutilized, okay.
And the subject is under the discretion of the LCE. Then we recommend that the IAs will lobby before the LCE as to the programs and the activities, Mr. Chairman. Under our regular budget, under the general fund, we have an approved 2 million pesos. And under supplemental budget number 1, we have additional 2 million pesos. 4 million pesos all in all was allocated intended for support to farmers, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So, are we not passing a resolution along this line?
The recommendation of the committee, Mr. Chair, is the letter request be decided by the local chief executive.
The request is
Addressed to
addressed
the mayor also.
Okay. So no further recommendation, Honorable Apiado?
I just be passing for the adoption of our committee report, Mr. Chair. That this committee report be forwarded and furnished the office of the mayor.
So, any motion?
Mr. Chair, if the Sangguniang intends to pass a resolution, we can recommend to the LCE for the release of the additional 2 million pesos support to farmers to all qualified irrigators association and the farmer cooperatives in this municipality.
Okay. So, will you move for the adoption?
Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of our committee report and the said recommendation be scheduled for second reading into this session.
Okay. Any seconder? Okay. The committee report is adopted.
Next committee to report is the Committee on Laws, Rules, and Ordinances.
Okay. Honorable Blight Cartuano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Committee on Laws, Rules, and Ordinances will render its fifth committee report regarding 2 items. The first is a letter coming from the municipal mayor requesting for the urgent passing of a resolution authorizing her to enter into and sign a data processing and non-disclosure agreement between the Department of Agriculture Field Office 12 and the local government unit of ISULAN for the implementation of registry system for basic sector and agriculture profiling platform for the local government unit or RSBS app LGU. The second item is a similar letter requesting the urgent passing of resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a MOA with the SSS and the LGU ISULAN to assist LGU personnel with their remittances to the SSS. A committee hearing for this purpose was conducted last December 4, 2024 at 10:30 o'clock in the morning. It was attended by the municipal agriculturist, SSS representatives, representatives from the ISMEA, representatives from the budget office and the accounting office, at least 1 job order employee from every department, NJOs of the Sangguniang Bayan, some regular employees and members of this committee. The first item is with respect to the data processing and non-disclosure agreement by the local government unit of ISULAN with the Department of Agricultural Field Office 12 for the implementation of the RSBS app LGU. So, in sum, in 2011, the Department of Budget and Management created the RSBSA, or the Registry System for Basic Sectors in Agriculture, which compiles the basic data of primary stakeholders in the agricultural sector to include farmers, farm workers, fisher folk, and agri-youth. So, for the purpose of streamlining this system, the RSBS app LGU was developed. So the goal of this app is to allow LGUs to encode new registration and update existing ones. So if we sign the data processing and non-disclosure agreement with the Department of Agriculture, LG ISULAN would be able to have full access to the system. Before, the Department of Agriculture would rely on their own registry, which is not validated or updated by the municipality. So there would be instances that the DA would be giving grants to the C stakeholders because it cannot be helped that the agricultural sector is constantly changing. A fisherman this year may no longer be a fisherman next year. A farmer for this year may be planting rice, and the next year will be planting another crop. And sometimes these stakeholders would pass on. So to allow the local government unit access to the data would allow our municipal agriculturist office to frequently update and validate the list of farmers, farm workers, fisher folk, and agri-youth in the municipality, which means that the grants of the DA would be extended to the proper stakeholders such as farm inputs, trainings and seminars, cash assistance, loans, PCIC coverage, and many more programs of the DA. Upon review of the non-disclosure agreement, it would reveal that there are no financial obligations on the part of the local government unit. Only that it is expressly stated there that by virtue of giving access to LGU ISULAN of this system, we are to comply with the Data Privacy Act of 2012. The second item, so it is the conclusion rather of the committee that the signing of this NDA with the Department of Agriculture regional office would be advantageous to the agricultural sector. The second item is with respect to the request of the mayor to sign a MOA with SSS in behalf of LGU ISULAN. So a review of the MOA would basically reveal that there are 4 obligations on the part of the LGU. Number 1, to assign a permanent LGU ISULAN employee as liaison officer for SSS. Number 2, we're only here to encourage, not mandate our JO to be covered under the SSS. Third, it is our duty to assist permanent employees and regular employees who are covered under the GSIS to comply with their monthly SSS premiums if they desire. And number 4 is to deduct from the payroll the monthly premiums under the SSS law, which shall be remitted to SSS every 15th day of the month. A review of the MOA will reveal that there is a similar MOA that we signed with SSS back in 2012, but it only covered JOs. It did not cover regular and permanent employees who have sought voluntarily coverage under the SSS law. We have regular and permanent employees who are also members of the SSS and likewise of the GSIS. So for these employees, they personally pay SSS in Tacorong. With this MOA, their premiums will be automatically deducted from the payroll. So under the MOA with the SSS, all LGUs are only encouraged to ensure the coverage under the law of our JOs. Okay. However, in that MOA between the SSS and the DILG, which was signed in 2013, it was expressly stipulated there that the LGUs have no obligation to pay the employer counterpart. So JOs are only encouraged and not mandated to register as self-employed individuals. The smallest amount of contribution accepted by the SSS in its 2024 contribution table is 570 pesos per month. So since JO employees are considered as expanded self-employed individuals, they will bear the entire amount of 570 pesos. Vis-a-vis in the private sector, where they will only be deducted 180 pesos as their share, as their personal share, while the employer will shoulder 390 pesos. So as of now, there are 351 JOs and only around 50 are active members of the SSS. The SSS left it to the discretion of the JO to register as self-employed individuals. On the part of the JOs who are members of the SSS, they just simply requested the accounting office to deduct the SSS premiums for the second half of the month, for their payroll in the second half of the month, and that their pag-ibig premiums and ISMAYA contributions or loans should be deducted during the first half of the month payroll. It is the conclusion of the committee that the signing of this MOA with the SSS would be advantageous to our employees. So wherefore, premises considered, the committee recommends the following. Number 1, to pass a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into and sign a data processing and NDA with the DA and the LGU ISULAN for the implementation of the RSBS app LGU. And second, for the passing of a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a sign a MOA between the SSS and LGU ISULAN. That further, these measures be deliberated on second reading this session, respectfully submitted by the Committee on Laws, Rules, and Ordinances with this representation as chairperson, Honorable Mejia as vice chairperson, and Honorable Apiado as secretary. That is all, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, Honorable Blight, only JOs can be covered by SSS.
JOs, Mr. Chair, and permanent regular employees
okay.
who are covered by the GSIs who want to be covered by the SSS.
who wanted or who will opt to
Yes, Mr. Chair.
avail of SSS.
We already have a lot of employees who are both members of
So
GSIS and the
at the same
SSS.
time, SSS.
Yes, sir. It would be beneficial to them, sir, because if they do not meet the number of years required for retirement, they can combine both. It's
Okay. So regular employees, there's no government share in the SSS.
yes, sir.
Okay. JOs, if
No.
they opt to join the SSS, their premiums, their contributions,
They also
shouldered
have to shoulder
solely by them.
solely by them because they're not considered as employees, but rather as expanded as self-employed individuals.
But there's a possibility, or is it possible that the LGU will shoulder the SSS premiums of JOs?
According to them, sir, there's no prohibition.
There's no prohibition. Okay.
But it will entail a huge amount of money. Our estimates would reach it for 350, the share of the LG would reach about 7 million for a year.
SSS premium of bilang
If we
JO.
if we share, sir, ba yung if we conform yung table for the private sector, which has an employer and employee share, and if we really base it on the contribution, that's about 7.
JOs only,
Yes, sir.
not including the
Yes, sir,
not
that's about
include
that
the
amount, sir.
regular 7 million.
That's
JOs
about
lang.
that amount, mga more or less 7 million. For their salary, sir, ha, na around 8,000 to 8,400.
Okay.
Hindi po yung minimum, but if we give them the minimum, at least it's gonna be lower. It's 390 pesos per month as the employer share, multiplied by 12 and multiplied by 351. So yun yung total. 3.5 if we stick to the lowest amount, sir.
Okay. That's for our
Futures.
further assessment. Sige, Honorable Apiado.
Yes, Mr. Chair, the committee is contemplating, together with the Committee on Finance, if it is possible for the LGU to shoulder the premiums of our job orders that will fall additional benefit for our JOs. In this new MOA, Mr. Chair, as mentioned by the SSS personnel, we already have an existing MOA covering our job orders. What is included in our new MOA is the inclusion of the regular employees that if it is will be approved, then those members nga regular madidak sa ilang payroll.
Madidak na.
Oo.
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Yes,
May
Honorable.
just get a clarification from the chairperson on the Committee on Finance. Sir Apiado, yung ano po nila, I forgot to ask this, yung pag-ibig nila, is it also their like entire contribution or do the LG gives a certain contribution? Kasi for the pag-ibig, it's, if I'm not sure, it's 200 pesos for our share kung employer and 200 for them.
Oo, tatawag na tong taga... Okay, for further evaluation. Okay, so will you move for the adoption of your report?
I move for the adoption of my committee report, Mr. Chair.
Any second, the committee report of the Committee on Laws, Rules be adopted, and the measure be calendar for second reading this session. And Honorable Plight, can you do the amendment or clarification of our internal rules to comply, to conform with the ORA. Kay daw general lang tong aton, pero in case that the or the matter is on appointment, it should be 15 days.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oo, kaya ang internal rules ta is 30 days to act. So, ha? Oo.
By law.
Okay.
Ah.
Sige. So, next item on committee reports.
So next committee to report is the Committee on Games and Amusement.
Okay, the chairperson is recognized, Honorable Jeneline Mejia.
Good morning, everyone. Committee report number 2024-05, pursuant to the referred matter to this committee, the committee motu proprio perused the resolution from Barangay Dilutilia and the same no longer requires to conduct a committee hearing. Resolution number 31-2024 of Barangay Dilutilia, requesting cockfighting and pauwakan permit from the office of the Honorable Mayor Marites K. Palyasigi as fundraising for the completion of fence of Sitio San Joaquin, Barangay Dilutilia, ISULAN, SULTAN, KUDARAT in the forthcoming 60th Foundation Anniversary on January 22, 2025. Findings. First, the resolution was received and stamped by the SB Secretariat on November 11, 2024. The scheduled dates of cockfighting activities will be on January 15, 21, and 22, 2025. The holding of cockfighting activity is in line with the forthcoming 60th Foundation Anniversary on January 22, 2025. The purpose of cockfighting activities is to raise funds intended for completion of fence of Sitio San Joaquin Plaza in the said barangay, and the primary sponsors were the Purok officials and its barangay constituents. For barangay cockfighting, the committee gave emphasis on the adherence of Municipal Ordinance Number 2009-161 ISB, otherwise known as the Cockfighting Code of the Municipality of Isulan, which provides the barangay cockfighting rules and regulations. There shall be no cockfighting activities in all barangays of this municipality except the occasion of the celebration of the barangay fiesta concerned shall only be allowed to hold cockfighting activities for 3 sessions, that is during the following 2 days before Vespers or Vesperas, the Vespers this day itself, subject to the authority of the Sangguniang Barangay. Only the barangay government shall be allowed to promote cockfighting activities in their respective barangay on the occasion of local fiestas. The concerned barangay government shall be responsible for the maintenance of peace and order and the safety of the public during the holding of the above-mentioned activities in their locality. And lastly, the request to the Sangguniang Bayan for authority to hold cockfighting activities shall be held at least 15 days before the scheduled dates of the cockfighting activities. The number of days shall be reckoned from the time such request is received and stamped by the office of the Secretary of the Sangguniang Bayan. Failure to comply with this provision shall result in the disapproval of such request. The Committee on Games and Amusement found out that the above schedule of the cockfighting activities have substantially complied with the provision of the Cockfighting Code of the municipality. Based on the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends passing a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor to grant permit to Barangay Dilutilia relative to its request for cockfighting and pauwakan activities in the barangay. Further, this measure be deliberated on second reading this session. Respectfully submitted by Committee on Games and Amusement, Chairperson yours truly, Vice Chairperson Darlene H. Lama, and Secretary Marvin L. Dalanon. That's all my committee report, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So, any comment? There being none.
Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of my committee report number 2024-05.
Okay, so the committee report of the Committee on Games is hereby adopted and the measure is calendared for second reading this session.
So there are no more committee reports, Your Honor. We'll proceed now to the calendar of business under second reading. So first, we have the proposed resolution recommending for the allocation, for the grant of additional bonus to all qualified officials and employees, as well as job orders and other qualified personnel of the local government unit of ISULAN.
Okay, so Honorable Apiado, the Chairman Committee on Finance is recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move for the passing of resolution requesting the local chief executive for the grant of additional bonus, fringe benefits to all qualified officials and employees of the local government unit of ISULAN, job orders, and all qualified personnel. Mr. Chair.
Okay, so the resolution for the grant of additional bonus or benefits to qualified employees, job orders in this municipality is hereby approved.
Next is based on the committee report of the Committee on Agriculture.
Okay, Honorable Apiado, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move for a resolution urging the local chief executive for the release of additional 2 million pesos, support to farmers to all identified and qualified farmer producer organizations and cooperatives of the National Irrigation Administration and the Department of Agriculture.
Okay, any seconder? Okay, so the resolution recommending to the local chief executive to release the amount of 2 million, anong term? And support to farmers, which is unutilized. Support to farmers be released to the farmers. The said resolution is approved.
Next proposed measure under second reading is based on the committee report of the Committee on Laws, Rules, and Ordinances. There are two measures shown.
Okay, so Honorable Blyker Tohano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move for the passing of a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into and sign a data processing and non-disclosure agreement between the Department of Agriculture Field Office 12 and the local government unit of ISULAN for the implementation of the registry system for basic sector in agriculture profiling platform for the local government unit.
Okay, so the resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into and sign a data processing and non-disclosure agreement with the Department of Agriculture Field Office 12 and the local government the unit of ISULAN for the implementation of registry system for basic sector in agriculture profiling platform for the local government unit is hereby approved.
Next, Mr. Chair, I move for the passing of a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into and sign a memorandum of agreement between the Social Security System and the local government unit of ISULAN to assist LGU personnel with the remittances of their monthly Social Security and employees' compensation contributions.
Okay, so the resolution authorizing the Honorable Mayor to enter into and sign a MOA with the SSS and the local government of ISULAN to assist LGU personnel with their remittances of their monthly Social Security and employee compensation contribution is hereby approved.
Next proposed measure is based on the committee report of the Committee on Games and Amusements.
So the Chairman, Honorable Jeneline Mejia is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I move for a passing of a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor to grant permit to Barangay Dilutilia relative to its request for cockfighting and pauwakan activities in the barangay.
Okay, so the resolution authorizing the Honorable Mayor to grant permit to Barangay Dilutilia relative to the request for cockfighting and pauwakan activities in the barangay is hereby approved. Okay.
So, Your Honor, we have already exhausted the items in the order of business. So, we will proceed now to the unassigned business.
So, There is no unassigned business calendar. Unassigned business, okay. Any matter? There being none, so see you on December 11. See you on committee hearing and
What
December
committee?
11 special session. Okay, so session adjourned.